So the new SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, came out today on Paramount Plus and all the other streaming services, and I was very much anticipating this film. As someone who grew up on SpongeBob, as someone who loves SpongeBob, as someone who saw the last SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, in theaters, I wanted to see this film at theaters. And then the pandemic hit, so I guess that this is the next best thing. Hey everyone, SW Nation here, and welcome back to a brand new review here on the channel. I like to stop and take the time to review SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion, and you're free to comment down below what you think of SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now. And without further ado, let's just get right into our review.
I love my life. Gary, I'm home. Gary? Gare Bear? Gary? Oh, Gary! Have you seen Gary?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Gary's been snail-napped. Gary!
Like I said, as a big fan of SpongeBob, you gotta understand, I was very looking forward to this film. So let's move right into the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that it's another fun, easy to go down, lighthearted feature for kids and the entire family in general. Countless times I found myself getting emotional and just in awe at how far SpongeBob has come generational wise as well as animation. This new 3D animation, when watching the film, you can feel the difference from 2D and 3D. And 2D may be the more proper way to do SpongeBob and probably the better version of him, but this new 3D look is just as good. I felt like the film was a movie that really didn't need a theatrical release. Like, I would have loved to see this in a theater because I saw Sponge Out of Water in the theater. But this film, it really kind of didn't need a theatrical release because the other films had such large stories, and this one was a little bit more low-key and personal. And I don't have a problem with that at all. That's a positive of mine. I really do like the fact that the story wasn't as big as the other ones. But keyword, I like that. The Camp Coral flashback scenes were very adorable and so sweet as we just get to see how these characters meet and how SpongeBob changed their lives at camp, just like how Gary changed his. I really do love the scenes where Patrick was crying on the log, missing his home, and SpongeBob just said, hey, I can be your friend, and then they go jellyfishing together for the first time. Or we see when Squidward quits clarinet and SpongeBob gives Squidward his award for winning the talent show and says never quit playing clarinet. Or SpongeBob telling Mr. Krabs that he should open up his own restaurant, or him telling Sandy that she can be whatever she wants to be. I loved everything with the flashback scenes, and at first I thought I wouldn't, but I gotta say I loved it. The message inside of this film is a great one. I like the fact that all of these films have a message. The first one is about finding your inner child, the second one is about teamwork, and I feel like this one is about friendship, and I gotta say it is a great one. But you don't really get the message until almost the end. So with that being said, let's move right into the mix. And the mixed thing that comes to mind here is that the film isn't as clever as the first two, and the message about friendship tries to be about that, but while it is a positive of mine, I do like it, keyword, it does feel a little bit forced with all of the characters just now inside of this film expressing how they feel about SpongeBob, especially with the clear scenes of retcon just to give a backdoor pilot to Camp Coral, its spinoff. All of that can be forgiven inside of the film. But with that being said, let's move right into the bad. And the bad thing that comes to mind here is that the middle half is just useless to me. I love me some Snoop Dogg, and I love me some SpongeBob. Those two things, to be honest, do not mix. I love me some Tiffany Haddish, and I love me some SpongeBob. But those things do not mix. I love me some Keanu Reeves, and I love me some SpongeBob. Those things do not mix. I think you guys get the whole entire deal here. Though a lot of things inside of this film just didn't work for me. The Sage character inside of the film, played by Keanu Reeves, really had no part to play inside of this film other than to put Keanu Reeves inside of the film. And at first I thought Keanu Reeves was just going to be a fun little part, fun little cameo to make sure that, oh, they're dreaming, so they're seeing Keanu Reeves inside of a sage and inside of a tumbleweed. No, he is a character inside of the film, and his character was just not the best. We also have just the whole entire middle part with zombie vampires being led by Danny Trejo and Snoop Dogg doing a dance number while rapping. To me, this middle part was just useless. And it made no sense why to put it inside of a film where your central message was trying to go for friendship. You don't really get that message when you're seeing Snoop Dogg rapping and the zombie vampires behind him dancing in a routine. You could apply that same logic to the first two films, but like I said, those first two films, those middle halves were central to the story, whereas the first film middle act was still adding on to that layer of that inner child between SpongeBob and Patrick, while also the second film was still about SpongeBob and Plankton band together as a team to complete one goal, to find the secret formula. Also, the clear Vegas similarities with them being in the new city of Atlantis, to me, I found that stuff to be okay. If you want to put that in a SpongeBob movie, okay, that's fine. It's kind of enjoyable. It's kind of fun. But it didn't really serve as a story purpose at all. It just showed as like a fun little sequence, you know? But I did like the music choice that they played there. And also, King Poseidon himself feels like an afterthought, because I thought that he wanted the snails to like keep him young. But I just found out that all he wanted was to do weird stuff with the snails, to like rub their grease on his body. And I thought that was just dumb to me, because this whole entire arc up to this point to me, which I thought that they were going for with him using the snails, I thought he just used the snails for him to stay young. But apparently he could just take off his wig, unclamp his neck fat, and also take off his waist trainer, and he's just a slob. They just went one of the lamest things, and also with another cliche message, looks don't matter. That message kind of felt forced to me. In conclusion, SpongeBob Sponge on the Run has beautiful animation, emotional scenes at Camp Coral, I'm probably not going to watch the series, but I gotta say, the scenes that they had at Camp Coral just pulled on my nostalgia strings, pulled on my heartstrings. I almost shedded a tear just seeing SpongeBob and Patrick meet for the first time, and SpongeBob just being the friend and just the most kindest person inside of this entire series to Patrick. And I gotta say, SpongeBob as a character, I love him. And this film kind of portrays that no matter what SpongeBob does, they even make speeches about him. No matter what SpongeBob does, it's always for the greater good, and it's always for the kindness of others. And I love that nice little message about friendship. And it also serves as a nice little easy to go down film for the entire family. It's not as clever as the first two films, but I gotta say, compared to those, this one doesn't live up to my hype as I was when I first saw the trailer back in 2019. But as a big fan of SpongeBob, this is way better than the new episodes that they're airing right now. And I've seen those new episodes. I know a lot of people are not liking them. I'm not enjoying those new episodes either. And this film also serves as nothing more than just another family film under the sea. And I find that is just good enough. I give SpongeBob Sponge on the Run a B and a 7 out of 10. And I say it's great for kids, very watchable for people who grew up with the series. I am one of them. But I gotta say, it's an easy skip for adults. Alright guys, that was it for the review. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion, and you are free to comment down below. What did you think of SpongeBob Sponge on the Run? Please don't forget to come back tomorrow, where I will be ranking all 3 SpongeBob theatrical films, even though this one wasn't theatrical, all 3 SpongeBob movies from the worst to the best. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I will see you all next time. Peace.